They told you reality was fixed, a solid wall of matter, a chain of causes, a map already drawn. But deep down, you've always felt that isn't true. You've seen coincidences that shouldn't exist. Moments that seemed too perfectly timed to be random. People appearing, doors opening, the world whispering back just after you thought the thought. What if that wasn't luck? What if that was physics hidden in plain sight? This is the secret law they never wanted you to see. Everything you feel, think, and believe is frequency. Not poetry, not mysticism. Frequency, measurable, repeatable, scientific. Your brain is a radio. Your heart is a transmitter. Your emotions are the waves shaping the invisible ocean around you. And that ocean responds to coherence, not desire. Here's the paradox. The more you want something, the further you push it away. Because desire vibrates at the frequency of absence. When you say, I want, what the universe hears is, I do not yet have. And so it mirrors you perfectly. You stay trapped in a loop, chasing, yearning, praying, waiting, while reality reflects the same delay back to you. It's not punishment, it's resonance. The universe isn't moral or emotional, it's acoustic. It echoes what you play into it. Imagine a tuning fork. Strike one and another nearby begins to hum without being touched. That's resonance. Now imagine your thoughts as one fork, your emotions as another, and your will, your silent inner focus, as the third. When those three are in harmony, your life sings. When they're not, you hear static. Most people live in that static. They think they're acting consciously, but they're broadcasting conflicting signals. The mind says, I want success. The emotion hums, I fear failure. The body whispers, I doubt it's possible. Three forks, three tones, no coherence. The result? Noise, randomness, frustration. This isn't spiritual metaphor, it's neurophysics. Your thoughts emit measurable electromagnetic waves. Your heart creates the strongest field in your body, extending several feet outward, interacting with other fields. When the heart and brain synchronize, measurable coherence occurs, a golden symmetry where rhythm, breath, and awareness align. In that state, your influence expands dramatically. It's not mystical energy. It's organized resonance, the difference between a laser beam and a flickering bulb. But here's the part they never taught you. Modern civilization is built to keep you incoherent. Fear is profitable. Desire is controllable. Confusion is easy to steer. Advertising, politics, social media, they're not random distractions. They're frequency warfare. Each image, each phrase, each pulse of outrage or envy calibrates your vibration downward. When you scroll endlessly through chaos, your field fragments. Your nervous system vibrates with the rhythm of noise, and noise is predictable. Do you understand what that means? You can't enslave a coherent human being. You can only enslave a distracted one. That's why this law is hidden. It ends control. But coherence is not complicated. It's simply alignment, thought, emotion, and will in the same phase. The ancient mystics described it as faith. The physicists describe it as constructive interference. Different languages, same law. Picture two ocean waves meeting. If their peaks align, they merge into one towering crest, amplified power, constructive interference. If they collide out of sync, they flatten into stillness, destructive interference. That is the hidden physics of manifestation. Every moment, your mind and heart send waves into the field. When they clash, your signal cancels. When they align, the world rearranges. You've felt it before. That day when everything just flowed, when doors opened, timing clicked, intuition spoke, and you somehow knew what to do. That wasn't luck, it was coherence. You were broadcasting clarity, and reality responded like a perfectly tuned instrument. Then, without noticing, you slipped out of tune again, distracted, emotional, reactive. And the music stopped. The good news is you can tune back anytime, anywhere. The method is ancient, simple, and free. Awareness. Awareness is the tuner. Before you think, feel. Before you react, breathe. Ask, what frequency am I emitting right now? Is it fear or trust, lack or abundance, impatience or gratitude? Every answer reveals your current band of reality. You cannot fake frequency. You either are it or you are not. Let's go deeper. In quantum physics, every particle is a vibration of an underlying field. Matter is energy slowed down enough to take shape. Nothing is static, not your body, not your thoughts, not even your past. Every cell in you oscillates, every atom hums, every neuron pulses like a microantenna. You are literally made of motion. So is reality. To change reality, you don't fight it, you retune it. Energy follows attention. Where you focus consistently, energy condenses. That's why imagination is not fantasy, it's blueprinting. When you hold a picture in your mind with emotional conviction, your brain begins to treat it as real. Neural networks rewire. Hormones adjust. Your physiology adapts to the imagined future as though it's already happening. That's the bridge, not hoping, but embodying. That's how a frequency becomes form. The mystics called it living in the end. The scientists call it predictive coding. Either way, the mechanism is identical. Your inner movie becomes the template for outer reality. But here's the hidden trap: desire. Desire is not evil, it's just incomplete. When you desire, you project fulfillment into the future, and in doing so, you confirm that it's missing in the present. That gap is the frequency of lack. You cannot enter a higher dimension carrying that signal. You can only observe it until it dissolves. Desire's purpose is not to be obeyed but to be transcended. It points toward the state you must embody now, not chase later. Do you want love? Stop hunting it, feel it. Do you want freedom? Stop fighting for it. Live as though you already are. That is not delusion, it's vibration alignment. When you inhabit the feeling first, the physical rearranges to match it. You stop seeking and start emanating. That's when you notice the miracle not arriving but revealing itself. Still, coherence doesn't mean comfort. The universe will test every new frequency you claim. When you say, "I am peace," the field will send chaos to confirm if you truly are. When you declare abundance, scarcity will knock to see if you'll answer. That's not punishment, it's calibration. Every challenge is a tuning fork. Stay steady and the new resonance stabilizes. React emotionally and the old one reclaims you. It's not personal, it's physics. Now imagine this multiplied. A single coherent human being influences their environment. A coherent group can influence an entire city. When multiple hearts beat in unison, meditation, prayer, synchronized emotion, measurable fields emerge. Crime rates drop, accidents decrease. Even random event generators shift. Reality itself bends toward order. That's not superstition. That's constructive interference on a collective scale. Yet the opposite is also true. Mass fear, anger, and outrage synchronize too, creating global turbulence. That's why emotional contagion spreads faster than logic. That's why whole populations can be steered through collective resonance. You are living inside a planetary orchestra, but few remember their musicians. The moment you decide to stop reacting and start emitting, you change the melody. You stop echoing fear and start radiating coherence. That alone makes you revolutionary. Because coherence is rebellion in a world built on confusion. Let's talk practice. Start small. When you wake up, before your first thought, sense the body. Listen for stillness underneath. Let gratitude fill your chest like light. That feeling is alignment, the golden hum beneath thought. Stay with it. Then imagine your day already done, perfectly aligned. See it, but more importantly, feel it. Anchor that feeling as your base tone. Return to it whenever static returns. Throughout the day, notice when you shift. Someone cuts you off in traffic, static. A bill arrives, static. A comment triggers you, static. Each moment is a choice. Do I tune to reaction or remain coherent? Every time you hold frequency instead of collapsing, your field strengthens. Eventually, you'll notice that people start reacting differently to you. Coincidences multiply. Synchronicities appear like breadcrumbs leading you forward. Reality softens, then obeys. You are not manifesting, you are modulating. You're not summoning things, you're shaping probabilities. You are a standing wave in the field of infinity, and consciousness is the hand that tunes it. When you finally grasp that, life becomes a laboratory. Emotions are instruments, thoughts are frequencies, and every interaction is feedback. You stop fearing failure because even that is just dissonance asking to be resolved. You stop envying others because their success is proof of your own potential frequency. You stop begging the universe to deliver and start conversing with it as an equal. That's what spiritual maturity looks like, not withdrawal, but mastery. The monk and the scientist finally shake hands. You realize that prayer, affirmation, and meditation are not different methods. They are different languages for the same law. Coherent intention modifies reality. And now you begin to see why this law is kept quiet. Because a society of coherent individuals doesn't need to be governed, it self-organizes. It doesn't consume blindly, it creates intentionally. Such people can't be sold fear or distraction. They radiate their own signal of peace. And that signal spreads just as chaos once did. A single clear tone can retune an entire orchestra. So yes, desire blocks you, but not because wanting is wrong. Because wanting without alignment fractures your signal. Desire's job is to awaken awareness of what you must become, not what you must chase. It's an invitation to coherence. You've been taught to ask, what do I want? Start asking, what frequency must I embody for it to appear naturally? That question collapses the gap between you and what you seek, because it shifts you from waiting to being, from time to timelessness, from the lower dimension of cause and effect to the higher dimension of resonance. Every major spiritual figure lived this truth. Jesus didn't pray for miracles, he thanked before seeing them. Buddha didn't chase enlightenment, he quieted until it appeared. Tesla didn't invent through logic, he tuned to vision until the idea manifested whole. Different forms, same physics. So what's the practice now? 3 steps endlessly repeated: awareness, alignment, amplification. Awareness detects your current vibration. Alignment brings thought, emotion, and will into phase. Amplification sustains it until matter reorganizes. That's the cycle of creation, the real law of attraction stripped of superstition. And the final truth: coherence expands exponentially. One coherent mind affects many incoherent ones, not by persuasion but by resonance. Like a single metronome that gradually synchronizes a room full of clocks. That's how transformation spreads. That's how civilizations shift. Right now, humanity stands at the edge of a tuning event. The old frequency of fear and division is collapsing under its own interference. A new wave is forming of unity, awareness, and coherence. But it requires emitters, conscious beings who choose to hold the higher tone even when the world still hums in chaos. That's you. That's why you're hearing this message now. Because deep inside, you've always known the physics of your soul. So tonight, before you close your eyes, do this: turn off the noise. Place a hand over your heart. Breathe until the rhythm slows. Then imagine a golden light expanding from your chest, filling the room, touching the sky, merging with the cosmic field. Feel gratitude not for what's coming, but for what already is. Stay there. That vibration, peace, wholeness, coherence, that's your true frequency. And once you stabilize it, nothing can shake it. The universe rearranges effortlessly, precisely, beautifully. That is the hidden physics law. It doesn't care about beliefs or words. It only responds to the vibration you sustain. Change that and you change everything. Because the law was never hiding from you, you were vibrating away from it. Now, you've tuned back. And reality, like a faithful instrument, is ready to play your song.